Hello everybody, I'm the RPG Recusant and you are back for another episode of Final Fantasy 13. We're here with Lightning and Hope. We're just going to fix up some paradigms to give us some variety. And we are still trudging through this junkyard. Oh my goodness. Hope, don't go look ahead. Like yeah, see, soldiers. You would have ran straight into soldiers, you silly boy. But I think I play a little bit too conservatively in these particular fights. As you can see, a ruin and a couple of attacks like does so much damage that realistically, if I had just have had myself and Hope attacking, we would have had you know, these enemies done lickety split. So I suppose tip from me, when there's particularly just, you know, one or two enemies, not that difficult an enemy, since you're healing constantly between battles, you know, there's no need to have sort of defensive play except for bosses. So here we have nearly the exact same thing, and we'll watch how just an all-out assault looks. And what I will also say, which is important to mention, is that I haven't been Libraing them, which I should be, realistically. That's why you're kind of seeing Light going between ruin and attacking, because it's literally like the AI for the auto battle, even for my character, is like, I don't know if they're weaker to magic or physical attacks. I need to kind of you know, experiment with both to see what works. And once again, always looking to the minimap, and when you see a little kind of side area, go there. Invariably, 100% of the time, it will be treasure. Now, I end up seeing like 3, and I'm like, okay, I think we're going to get a bit overwhelmed with the level of you know, attacking, and I'm not entirely wrong. Hope is very close to dying, so again, just throwing up 2 medics just so we can literally heal up super quickly, and then back to the offensive after getting protect on both of us, just to, you know, keep ourselves alive. Like, the one thing I will say is, even though you're like, oh, they're soldiers, they aren't doing much damage, they're glass cannons. They will rip through you if you don't have, like, the right level of strategy. And in some cases, maybe War and Peace would have been a better option. That would have been, like, Commando and Medic, just so that Lightning could have been doing damage and Hope would have been healing himself up. So, you know, hindsight is 20/20. But here we have one of these massive guys, so we definitely just want to get Hope to have the 2 protects up, since it's unlikely this enemy is going to be dealing magical damage. And now that he's applied all those, we're going to then go into double Ravager, because he's slowed down the stagger bar a good amount with you know, the Commando. So we've had a couple of volleys of magic. We're going to slow it down again with the Commando, and until you're getting to, you know, single target enemies with a lot of health, you need to get that stagger up and as high as possible, as quickly as possible. And so now that we're changing over to Commando, we're going to be doing that high damage. See, nearly 1,000 damage from Lightning there, and again, 5 stars. That perfect kind of mix of getting our buffs so we can survive, doing our Ravengers so we can get the high stagger, and once again, keeping our ear out for that little magical hum noise that the treasure chests make, and just keeping on moving forward. Again, you can kind of get turned around fairly easily with this map, so just keep an eye on what treasure chests you found, and then just keep pressing on. And now we get to our one and, like, probably only mini-game we have in this game.
Nothing. No sign it's been activated.
And it's all to do with that big robot. But I mean, why mess with a good thing? Let's have more combat, you know? So, getting our blitz off. And again, seeing how much damage, it's like, yeah, I didn't need to be worried and change to super soldier. I just needed the damage. And what's funny is that even if you had 2 commandos, they'd be attacking different targets, which would actually be perfect in situations like these where there's only 2 enemies.
What was doing here?
Probably thought we'd try and use a pulse machine to escape.
Maybe we should try it. What does this do?
Hey, you're gonna hurt yourself. Don't touch that.
Wait, what if it works?
Leave it.
Hope is like Albed, or, you know, just a natural technological whiz kid, because he was there flying hovercrafts from Cocoon and is now manning
Right. I think I can work
these
this.
giant mechs that were previously a boss, like not last episode, and here we are like just using it as a mini game. It's so random. But the purpose of this mini game, if you can really call it that, is to just break the pulsework soldiers as you like walk along. So you'll see here he has no power, so he can't attack. But when he just walks through debris, he gains power, and then you have all these different enemies, and you can attack with the command there. And the more of these you destroy with an attack, the better your reward is when we get to the end of this trail, because you can just walk through them, and you know, they'll be destroyed, but it won't kind of count. But as you can see here, look, it's like a it's like a bowling alley, I should say. Just knock all of them away. Refresh your attacks, and then I get a little stuck with the camera. But yeah, it's really all this is just hitting away the little pulsework soldiers. But like, what an absolute like gauntlet this would have been if we had to like, you know, do this all by ourselves. And at the end of this, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna be able. I need to keep this for this big cluster here, and I don't get them all, unfortunately. And yeah, that's the mini game. That's the variety you asked for, ladies and gents. Hope falls off. The machine breaks. End of our fun.
Nice landing.
Well,
Lightning, you got a pretty handy walk down, so I'd keep the sass to a minimum, okay, Queen?
Let's get moving.
just need a minute. I'm still a bit winded.
You're too soft.
Wait up!
Oh, Lightning, give the kid a break. Like, he literally made such a handy walk for you. But here are your rewards. You get thickened hides and gill. And the better or worse you do at that minigame, the better and worse the rewards are. And I was literally like, oh, is there like a sneaky hidden treasure chest? Because that's totally where I'd hide one. You know, further back or whatever. But unfortunately, no. So, could have cut that out, but I just was like, do you know what? I thought there was something there, and maybe other people think there's something there too. So, at least you don't have to waste your time. And we're going to head into the Crystarium now. We've not been getting all that much experience. Like, look at this. It's like we don't even get a level, and we've been in like 6 or 7 fights, you know? So, don't know what the story is with that. I hope it gets a bit more magic. That's pretty much it. But, yeah, it's a bit of an EXP,
We find another one of those things.
you know, drought. But believe you me, there's going to be a big storm coming soon this episode. And here we have 2 of those artificial components. So we're going to go have a look at our different things that we have. And we're going to use our 20 thickened hides. Going to give our little blade fire saber a boost. Give it an EXP boost. And yeah, now we have like up to, you know, level 6, 1 to level 6 already. And as you can see, this particular weapon, its whole deal is that it's perfectly balanced. It'll give an equal boost to both your magic and your strength stat, basically. Into battle with a preemptive strike, we're getting all our staggers, but as you can see, the enemies here are having a little synergist in the ranger there, giving protect and shell, so we got rid of that ASAP. Five stars, beautiful. Oh look, a fork in the road. I almost can guarantee there'll be something up this way.
Which way do we go?
Would you look at that, Hope? I was right. So again, we have this single... Oh, we don't have a single enemy. We have two. So we're definitely going to want to just... With our, you know... double attack there. But oh my goodness, this enemy does not fool around with like doing tons of damage. This is where, yeah, sometimes the synergist giving super soldier, giving protect is very much needed because that can just do crazy damage. And this is where me not having a War and Peace paradigm is going to be a bit bad. But we managed to catch the stagger bar, but now it's going down way too quickly for my liking. We need to like quickly attack with the commando. Go, 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 go. And now that it's kind of stabilized, we can hop back, do our double Ravengers just to get that beautiful stagger. We can be in commando already. Now, staggered and doing tons of damage now. But as you can see, you know, the protect doing work, okay? Doing so much work to kind of keep hope alive there. And 4 stars, I mean, absolutely grand rating, especially for our big hiccup in the middle there, where it was like, oh. And now we get a spark ring for our troubles. So, again, always look for the different alternative paths, you know, do the loop if you have to, because there's going to be treasure there in some description. So let's just keep the offensive on. We got a blitz to do some AoE damage, which is nice. Now hopefully we can just take these guys out quickly, but they're getting so many buffs. But as I say, not enough when our stats are pretty high because we've not been skipping any battles. The poor synergist just goes down in one strike from the commando. Kind of sad, but kind of, you know, good as well. And listen, listen. You can hear the hum there. So went the other way, picked up a treasure chest. Let's go on with our day. Phoenix Downs, not had to be used yet, but yeah, they most certainly are useful. Especially when we don't have
Guess we head for the Whitewood,
raise yet as a medic skill. Phoenix Downs are the only way to revive AI party members. Since obviously,
Stay sharp.
if again, learning our lesson from the previous situation, it's like get synergist up with this. But yeah, unfortunate. Unfortunate, very unfortunate. Now the bomb seems to be doing friendly fire, which is interesting. And we're just hoping now that Hope can just get protect on himself. Come on. And getting shell up. The other enemies are down. But like, yeah, these guys are not to be like, you know, belittled here at all. And as we can see, paradigm diversity is where it is needed. If I had a War and Peace, we should be basically healing as we are
Just stay out of
attacking.
my way.
But then I have to hop over to double dose, which isn't as ideal as it could be, you know? But again, just building up that stagger bar, attacking me with the commando to make sure it doesn't go crazy, go down super fast rather. Hopping over for a quick bit of dual casting because it's actually weak to lightning. And lightning is one of the only ones to have lightning based damage. And so if she does Spark Strike, which is using her offense and the thunder element, we get a lot more damage output. And look at me, I'm literally like, wait, what am I doing? I didn't do the side path. But I was kind of like, I'm pretty sure the side path is just a way to skip that really tough encounter. Well, really tough, it's like we still beat it, but you know, always gotta make sure. And I don't know why I keep going into that menu. I think I keep thinking it's the like Crystarium menu. I'm like, oops, wrong button. But launch, that is going to be the game changer ability for Commando. Launch basically means that like for even like the most bulkiest, biggest enemies going, when they're staggered, you fire them up in the air, making them basically defenseless and unable to attack you while they're staggered. So we definitely want to rush the launch ability as quickly as possible. Okay, so just after saving here, we're about to enter a crazy, crazy fight. One that I've no shame in saying
This
that
isn't
I've,
working.
you know,
I mean, you're a liability.
failed.
You'll just slow me down.
What?
I'm sorry, but I can't protect you when...
You can't leave me here. You gotta take me with you.
Enough!
Oh,
The whole world is against us. I can barely keep myself alive, let alone some helpless kid. I don't have time to baby you. You want to get tough? Do it on your own.
so in a time of high stress, our summon appears. She says that she doesn't need hope and doesn't want to protect him, but as soon as he's in dire straits, she does defend him.
Just
And this Gestalt battle is very hard. Very, very, very hard.
just like that.
But let's look at the winning run, shall we? So, with Odin, you gain experience from healing your allies, building a chain gauge, as well as, you know, dealing damage. So, he does a lot of attacks on Hope, which is where you're going to want the double medic because that allows Lightning to be able to heal him. And when Lightning heals, the Gestalt bar raises. And so he goes through many different attacks here. And whenever Lightning heals, she gains it. And whenever we build the stagger bar, it goes up as well. So Odin goes through two phases, which is his shield move, which is where he blocks, and then he enters an absolute frenzy of attacks and heals. And so I'm just doing the commando roll here in order to keep his stagger bar fairly high and keeping Hope on medic. Just to keep him alive, obviously, because he's being absolutely ramshackled. But here we have Uri's shield again. So now we're able to start dual casting and building the stagger bar super, super high. Maybe a bit of a misplay to have slash and burn here, especially with no synergy on Hope at all. Hope is now dead. That's going to be a problem. We're going to just have to throw a Phoenix down really quickly. Thanks to Hope's Protect, we don't get staggered. And we can just start healing and healing here. And then back to building up the chain gauge again, because unfortunately, because of that whole hiccup, we ended up losing his higher stagger rating. So now we're going to hopefully be able to have Hope heal. Come on, Hope, heal, 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 heal. Heal! Oh my goodness. Another Phoenix down quickly. Keeping Hope on double medic here. With that little boost, we're going to hopefully keep his stagger going. Because the higher the stagger, the better we'll be. Should have really gone to dual casting. But now we're kind of like, okay, War and Peace, let's go. But then I think I realize again, yeah, whenever this seems to be happening, he ends up not being able to cast his heals in time. And so we're just going to keep healing Hope, keep healing him. And then one last push with a double Ravager. Just to build up the stagger gauge, just to build it up high. We just need to keep, we only have 7 seconds left. We just need to keep going, keep attacking while he's shielding. And we eventually get the win. A very difficult fight. Was definitely not the cleanest way you could do it. But, listen, we won anyway. That's the main thing. Marluxia, eat your heart out. Once again, our target time was 13 minutes, and it's like, girl, we had a Doom counter. What are you talking about? But now, Lightning has 4 ATP charges, so she now becomes one of the best powerhouses
Your brand looks different.
from all the other characters, because she can attack 4 times.
Is that an Eidolon? Like Lassie can summon?
Magic and mumbo jumbo. I must have hit my head on that purge train.
Am I really in your way?
No hope we literally would have died without your medic powers and your synergy, so just keep it up, kid.
I'll do better. I'll try harder.
But that's going to be our episode, guys. Talk to you next time.
I'm sorry about before.
Make my wish come true, let darkness slip aside, hiding all the hope, marking what we treasure.